Scholastic Audio presents Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns, a Goosebumps classic story by R.L. Stine. Read by Sisi Aisha Johnson. A few minutes later, we reached the first block of the Willows. Streetlights cast a warm yellow glow over the neighborhood. A lot of the houses were decorated with orange and green lights, cutouts of witches and goblins, and flickering jack-o'-lanterns. The four of us began walking from house to house, gleefully yelling, "Trick or treat!" and collecting all kinds of candy. People oohed and awed over Tabby's princess costume. She was the only one in our group who had bothered to put on a decent costume, so I guess she stood out. We passed by a lot of other kids as we made our way down the block. Most of them appeared younger than us. One kid was dressed as a milk carton. He even had all the nutritional information printed on one side. It took us about half an hour to do both sides of the street. The Willows ended in a cul-de-sac. Kind of a dead end. "Where to next?" Tabby asked. "Whoa! Wait! One more house!" Walker said. He pointed to a small brick house set back in the trees. "I didn't see that one," I said. "I guess because it's the only house that isn't right on the street." "The lights are on, and they've got a pumpkin in the window," Walker announced. "Let's check it out." We trooped up to the front stoop and pushed the doorbell. The front door swung open instantly. A small white-haired woman poked out her head. She squinted through thick eyeglasses at us. "Trick or treat," the four of us chanted. "Oh, my goodness," she exclaimed. She pressed wrinkled hands against her cheeks. "What wonderful costumes." "Huh? Wonderful costumes?" I thought. "Two bedsheets and a borrowed Superman suit from last year?" The old woman turned back into the house. "Forrest, come see this," she called. "You've got to see these costumes." I heard a man cough from somewhere deep inside the house. "Come in, please, come in," the old woman pleaded. "I want my husband to see you." She stepped back to make room for us to enter. The four of us hesitated. "Come in," she insisted. "Forrest has to see your costumes, but it's hard for him to get up. Please." Tabby led the way into the house. We stepped into a tiny, dimly lit living room. A fire blazed in a small brick fireplace against one wall. The room felt like a blast furnace. It had to be 500 degrees in there. The woman shut the front door behind us. "Forrest! Forrest!" she called. She turned to us and smiled. "He's in the back room. Follow me." She opened the door and let us enter. To my surprise, the back room was enormous and jammed with kids in costumes. "Whoa!" I cried out, startled. My eyes quickly swept the room. Most of the kids had taken off their masks. Some of them were crying. Some were red-faced and angry. Several kids sat cross-legged on the floor, their expressions glum. "What's going on?" Tabby demanded shrilly. Her eyes bulged wide with fear. "What are they all doing here?" Lee asked, swallowing hard. A red-faced little man with shaggy white hair came hobbling out from the corner, leaning on a white cane. "I like your costumes," he said, grinning at us. We have to go now," Tabby stammered. We all turned to the door. The old woman had shut it behind her. I glanced back at the kids in costumes. There were at least 24 of them. They all looked so frightened and unhappy. "We have to go," Tabby repeated shrilly. "Yeah, let us out of here," Lee insisted. The old man smiled. The woman stepped up beside him. "You have to stay," she said. "We like to Look at your costumes. You can't go, the man added, leaning heavily on his cane. We have to look at your costumes. Huh? What are you saying? How long are you going to keep us here? Tabby cried. Forever, the old couple replied in unison.